Well, hello, Cardiff fans. Do not adjust your sets. I am, in fact, streaming at 4 o'clock. I know, it's crazy. I've got a couple of hours before I've got to be anywhere. So I thought we'd do some casual FMing just to pass the time. So, early birds in chat and all that good stuff. I know some of you are probably just finishing up work for the day, or whatever. I'm just passing a couple of hours, and I thought, who would I rather pass the time with than you beautiful people? So that's what we're doing. We are passing time and getting on the grind. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try and get Cardiff turned around one way or another somehow. But I am first. Oh, you can't play, Kenny. Why can't you play? It's because I've released you. Good. Guess we'll try Collins out then. That's our first shout of the day. And Lang on the bench, Nyarko up top, so I need a left winger on there. Thorogood will do, and then that should be everything covered. I'm gonna say that's everything covered. Right, let's see what we can do with our return to a 4-3-3 ticky. And hopes and dreams of Cardiff turning this around. That's the beauty of what we're trying to achieve today. All our hopes and dreams wrapped up into one neat little bundle. One neat little bundle of joy, one might say. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it's definitely a little earlier than I usually be up, of course, but sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that's okay. I'm just sorting a couple of things out, just so I know what's occurring, Just so I know what's occurring. Because we've got to know what's out there. Looks like we are good. I'm just making sure I know who else is on, to be honest, because that's always helpful to know who else is up and about and playing and whatnot. Right, anyway, here we go for the Dracs. We're having a draconian time. Dragons on fire. Let's do it. Let's get goal number 2. It's a cup of tea kind of stream. That's how early we are in the day for me. It's a cup of tea kind of stream. In the rain, in the Cymru North, in 8th place. We are going to get ourselves back up to the top of the table. That's the plan. Nyarko's going to get all the goals today. Eugene Nyarko is about to become, some would say, the greatest hero of all time. He scored lots of goals for me in this exact same tactic for Supermarine, so I feel like this should be the one that gets something out of him this time. As Nyarko through to Penn. Penn going forward to Widowson, who crosses from deep looking for Nyarko. Across goal. We could have had an early goal then. We haven't quite achieved the early goal, but we are looking stronger, looking more powerful, looking like we can build a team that can finally conquer Wales in the rain, because that's what we do. Ball over the top. Widowson's got to get across this if we can. Head it away, thank you. Falls to Bayliss, to Nyarko, and Nyarko going forward now, running at the defence. He's got the pace, but sadly hasn't set it up quite as well as you'd like. He is a pace merchant. He is basically all Nyarko does, is he's a pace merchant. Not that you can really see it in the match engine, but he's got 16 for pace, so in theory he should be a very, very quick boy. Whether or not he can make his very, very quick boyness turn into being a footballer is anyone's guess, but we'll go with God. Bauman, McLaughlin coming back to cover, gets a foot in. Widowson to Penn over the top looking for Nyarko. He's beaten the offside trap, he's beaten the goalkeeper. Eugene Nyarko scores, and we are on fire again against Holywell Town, I believe is the team we're playing. And, well, that's a pretty good finish. They've got a Dutch goalkeeper. That's cheating. You can't just sign the biggest fella you can find. Just check for a Dutch passport and sign him. We're going to make it 2 straight away. That'd be crazy. Let's go 2. Double our lead, double our bubble, double our money. Kilman to Henschel. Henschel forward for Bayliss. Bayliss looking for a cross. McLaughlin is in the box. Cuts it back for Kilman. Kilman across goal for McLaughlin. George Penn scores. We're 2-0 up. That was 2 goals in about 90 seconds. That's crazy. That's crazy stuff. The Dragons are roaring. They are on fire. They are other dragon puns. It doesn't matter because Drax are destroying. That's the one I was going for. That's the clever brain words I was going for. Drax are the destroyers. That works. Hey Liam, yeah, I thought I'd get a cheeky early on him. I know I said yesterday I've got to go to my mum's tonight, but I've got a couple of hours before I have to leave, and I've got nothing else I need to do bar sitting editing that farming sim video, and it's going to take me far longer than I've got today. So I didn't want to get too deep into it. I thought, you know what, I'm going to come up early with a stream, do a couple of hours. We'll get some wins going in Cardiff. But I hope you're well. Welcome to the earlier stream. Maybe I'll be better at streaming during the daytime. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe I'll be more alive and awake and functional and human. Maybe I'll just be weirder. Who knows? Henschel going for a cross though. Hopefully. There we go. A cross goal. I don't know how Abbas didn't get that away, but we have got a penalty, and it's Shabba to take the penalty. Can he bash this past the big Dutch goalkeeper Zeitzen? He can't. And for some reason he didn't react quick enough to put the rebound away, which you'd think he probably would have seen it coming. Just a thought. Just a wild, crazy old thought. But apparently not. It's okay, Shabba will recover. We'll still score more goals because we are on fire today. We are looking good right now. Penn to Widowson. Widowson into the box. Eugene Nyarko steals a goal off of the cluster that was happening in the box. And to be frank with you, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Kind of a confusion in the box, and then Nyarko just goes, you know what? Bosh. Done. Past Zeitzen. I'm assuming Zeitzen's a big Dutch goalkeeper. It feels like this is the kind of level you find a random big Dutch goalkeeper. Let's have a look. Zeitzen. He's British, apparently. Formerly of Stoke. There we go. Either way, here's a goal-scoring man who scores goals like a man. Henschel going across to Penn. Back to Henschel. Let's get it for goal number 4 before half-time. Really see this one off, because this is a game we absolutely have to win, because Holywell are well below us in the league. Widowson takes a touch, can't beat his man though, cuts it inside for McLaughlin. It's a save from Zeitzen. Possibly the first one he's actually made all game, to be honest. Benny, how are you, my friends? How's it going? Welcome to our early shift. We're doing an early shift today. Just for funsies. Just to kill some time. Come on, Henschel, wake it up. Oh, we didn't need to. It's okay, we've got it clear. That's a red card for Festus Summerschool. You're excited. You should be excited. I am very good, mate. I'm very good. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you're excited. I don't, because normally I'd take off my striker in this situation, but Nyarko's on a hat-trick, so it feels like we're going to take off the defender. And we'll send in Parsons because he's not nervous. Hopefully we can hold off it though here 3-0. I hope you're well though. That's we're living a dream by turning Drax around. We're going to turn the Cardiff Drax around. Miss? He didn't miss. Kobe Lewis didn't miss. We've missed a penalty in this game, but apparently they won't miss. But it's okay. We don't see a replay of a penalty. Don't be silly. It's nothing special. McLaughlin, right, let's get it back up to 4 before half-time. I'm aware I have significantly had to weaken my midfield, but basically if Nyarko gets a hat-trick, then I'll take him off and we'll send another mid on and we'll just kind of relax a bit. Relax to see this one out. Widowson, cross goes in, Eugene Nyarko scores, and, well, the prophecy has come to life. I am very aware that it is probably a bit too early to actually take off Eugene Nyarko, but we're 4-1 up. It's not even half time yet. That's where we're at. It's not even half time yet, and Eugene Nyarko has got himself a hat-trick. It's not a German hat-trick, but it is a hat-trick. It counts. We are living the dream. We're going to do it again here. We're gonna get goal number 5 before half time. We don't need 11 men on the pitch. We just need 10. We are domination now. Widowson into the box. McLaughlin, great stuff. Cross would be beautiful here if he can find one. Beats his man, lays it back. Pen off the woodwork. Picked up by Bayliss. Back in. Oh, he's giving it away. He's giving it away. Okay, everyone get back and do a defending now, please. Everyone back for a defending. If I get everyone to defend, that'd be great. Right, address the team. Happy with the number of shots. Shaba. Relax. I tell you I'm not happy, but only because you missed a penalty. And you didn't move for the rebound. Which is honestly the worst part. Because you could have put it away. You could have saved your blushes. It would have been fine, but you didn't do that. So Eugene Nyarko is on a 10 rating. I think I've seen many 10 ratings in FM26. And to see Eugene Nyarko get one, he was trying to get goal number 4. He's thirsty for the goals today. Eugene Nyarko just wants to keep scoring goals until his brains fall out, I think. He's on it again. Turns it away from McLaughlin. McLaughlin past the keeper. 5-1 to the 10-man Dracs. And if you're Holywell Town, you've got to be giving up on your season at this point, because we're a mid-table side and we're scoring for fun with 10 men on the field. And you've got to wonder, if you are a Holywell Town fan, should you maybe get the car now? Should you maybe think about leaving early? Prediction for Harrogate? I am going to say 3-0. Big Jim gets a hat-trick. Mostly because I want Big Jim to get a hat-trick. Just so I can be sat here on stream. I told everyone he was bloody good. What a player Big Jim is. Because then you see it looks like I know stuff. Right, we're going to drop back to essentially strikerless. I'm going to take off Cole for Benyon, just because Cole is booked. One more sub to play. Who is that guy? Who is the guy for that? I think I'm going to take out Widowson and just have a look at Collins. I know Widowson's playing well, but we've got a 4-goal cushion. I reckon we'll be okay. I just want to see what Collins looks like. Because in theory, he is now our backup right back. Hey Charlie, I do usually only stream in the evening, but I've got a couple of hours to kill before I have to do something. I have literally nothing else I need to get done. So I thought, you know what? I will pop on stream for a little while before I have to go do that. So we'll get some Cardiff time, because I wasn't going to stream for a couple of days. Because I've got to go sort some stuff out for my mother. It turns out that she has a small damp problem in her house. And some furniture may have been affected, and she was going to try and move the furniture, but she's hurt her back. So I don't know exactly. Probably Thursday. Definitely by Friday, but probably Thursday would be my guess. But yeah, I've just got to move some furniture around, try and figure out what's wrong with her house and see if I can do anything to fix it. So very much focused on making sure she is safe and fixed and human. You know, all that good stuff. So that's the idea. But we've started the stream off with possibly a 6-1 win. Carl Bayliss makes it 6. We've got 10 men and we've scored 3 goals since having someone sent off. I'm good at fixing some things, not all things, but most things. I was very lucky in that my grandfather can fix anything, and he taught me some of his stuff. And to be fair, if I can't figure out how to fix it, I will just ring him and ask him how I fix what I'm looking at, but I should be okay. Number 7. This is obscene. This is disgusting. I cannot overstress this. We have 10 players on the pitch. We had a red card before half time. We've now scored 4 goals since going down to 10. We are back. Dracs are back. We've given everyone a head start. Cheeky little head start in the league, but now we're coming for them. We're only 6 points off the playoff. Yes, we're 11 points off the top, but we're 6 points off the playoff. So a lot of season left to play. It's not out of the realms of possibility if we can put a run together that we can actually do some serious business and get promoted this year. Certainly make the playoff. And the playoff, I believe, in Wales is second tier. It's very simple. Second in the north plays second in the south, and winner goes up. So if we're on form when we get there, it's a one-off game against the second best team in the south, and then we go to the Welsh Premier, and then we're in a good position to win the league. There's just one automatic promotion, so there's one automatic promotion for north and south, and then they share a third one with a playoff, essentially. So it should be fairly straightforward. 7-1. We have been down to 10 men since just before half-time. Unbelievable. And we missed a penalty. It should have been 8-1. What has that done to our goal difference? It's turned our goal. We were on 0 goal difference at the start of this game. We've turned it round. We're good now. We just need to chase Rhyl, Denby, Mould, Bangor and Bala. And we are fine. Admittedly, Gresford have got a game in hand, but they play Bangor, so either they're going to win and go level on points with us, or they're going to lose and make our job ever so slightly harder. But, you know, we're in a good state in the season. We're looking strong. We are, I believe, past halfway now. Or is that halfway? Not quite. We're nearly at halfway. So loads to play for. We're all good. We've got to play in the Welsh Cup against Barry Town in our next game. Barry Town, of course, once the dominant force in Welsh football. I've just released a bunch of players because they weren't doing much for us. And I wanted to trim down the squad and the wage budget and things slightly. So hopefully that's how it's given us a little bit more cash we can play with, which is good. I am trying to look at these 2 players. Did I put in a loan for him? I don't know if I did. Did I decide he wasn't worth it? Yeah, because he's got no pace. Harry Payne is definitely someone I was semi-interested in, and I realised we don't really need a right winger. We've got loads of wingers in our team. We probably need a centre-half, but I've not found one that tickles me yet. Day has been fine, Charlie, thank you. It's been very straightforward, very simple day today. Serge Touré. There's no point we're looking at players I've already said. Let me just have a look, see what exists in defenders. Let's go by bigness. 6'7", 17-year-old. Can I have a look at him first? We'll scout him either way, but I'd like a look at him. Samne probably hasn't got any pace, but again, we'll take a look. See, he's got 20 jumping reach, but just 0 pace. If he had any pace at all, he'd be worth the loan. They're both playing for Lisbury. How are they not your starting centre halves? He played for us. He played for us at Taraval. There you go. That's weird, isn't it? He's a player we had with us in Tahiti. He didn't play for us, but he's a player we had with us in Tahiti. Let's offer them both trials just to see if they can do anything of note here. We should have an idea of them as footballers. They should be scouted if they've played for us. At least to an extent. We'll look at this guy from Pontypridd too. Anyone else? I'd really like a sort of slightly better than mediocre player from the English leagues, but I think we're completely transfer blocked for a few months anyway. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. We are going to have to rotate the team for this game, but that's okay. Oh no, actually we'll be fine. We'll be fine. There's a lot of games between now and the Cup. We'll take a look at any of these guys we can get on trial, just to have a little look and see what we can do with them. Because, you know, one of them's got to be good enough to play for us, in theory. Summer skills banned for one match. That's okay. That's fine. I'm sure it won't matter. We scored 7 last time out. We're going to praise Eugene Yarko because, you know, hat-tricks deserve praise. The boy got a hat-trick. Emma Hughes has played for us before at Wroxham. There you go. We're meeting all our old friends. This fella played for us at Wroxham on 24. It's a few seasons in when I signed him, but like he was 38, I think, when I signed him. But even so, he was a good old player for us, right? You're not really very helpful. I don't think any of these guys are getting a contract, but it was worth looking at them just to sort of get that sense of what's going on. Wrexham and Wroxham, what's the difference? About 300 miles. Wrexham is in North Wales, Wroxham is just north of Norwich. So they are quite a ways apart. Literally, I started managing Wroxham because my original plan for FM23 was to do a hexagon challenge, but the save kept breaking. So that was originally my series, was I was going to do a hexagon on the channel, and it was like launch week, so I needed something in a hurry. And Welcome to Wrexham had just come out, and I thought, hey, it'd be really funny if I did Welcome to Wroxham. So I did, and it turned out to be probably the best series on the channel. So it was a happy accident. And then, if you go on YouTube, Wroxham themselves, the real life football club, now have their own documentary series called Welcome to Wroxham, which I know was inspired by me doing the series on the channel because I've spoken to them. So there we go. There's a fun thing that happened. Right, we've put in an offer for our player. That's good. That's beneficial. Especially because he is a centre-half. Joris Lang just left us. I offered him a new contract. Joris Lang has just left us. So one thing I don't like about managing at this level is it's so easy for players to just leave. But Joris Lang has just joined BTS Neustadt of Bremen in what I presume is the German 4th tier. That's very sad. big German Joris Lang is leaving us in January. Such a fan of this guy. 7 goals in 12 games.
So I'm confused.
Pat, thank you for the raid. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
And you let the world watch you.
Lovely to see you.
The world isn't watching me.
Let's
but I guess you
give
are.
Pat a shout out.
Okay, the point is, you want to express yourself, but you don't want people to know it's you.
If you're not following
Guess I'm just
Pat,
a riddle
do
wrapped
go
in a mystery
and
inside
follow
a
Pat.
bitch.
Pat is
Or maybe just a
lovely,
tortured artist.
hero.
Look, I don't need you defending me
on
on my work. I don't need you analyzing or interpreting me either. And in fact, I'm pretty sure I don't need you at all.
Great
Pretty
place
sure.
to hang out. One of my favourite places to hang out should I find us crossing over in terms of awakeness, because well, we're in very different time zones, but I do hope you're well. Pat, how was your stream? Continued United save on 24. Beautiful. We are currently, as you can see, we're in Wales with Cardiff Draconians. We're going to turn them into the biggest club in Wales. Bigger than the other Cardiff, who are already the B Cardiff, let's be honest, because we're here. Bigger than Swansea, bigger than Newport. I mean, everyone's bigger than Newport. Some guy made it better. Beautiful. Love it. Yeah, so we've just beat... This game just happened. My brain kind of... So we were 3-0 up. And then we had one of our centre-halves sent off. And, you know, squeaky bum time, because that's what happens, right? Then they scored the penalty that came from the red card, which is fine. But then we just casually smashed another 4 goals. So you'd think we'd be top of the league. We're not. We are very much mid-table. But we've just picked up a new centre-half. We are picking up a new centre-half. Unfortunately, our big German striker is about to leave us. But that's okay. We're going to make do. We're about to play the famous Barry Town in the Welsh Cup. We're going to beat Barry Town. My theory is that if we can win the Welsh Cup, we can, in theory, qualify for Europe. And if we hit form, there's such little difference between the top 2 tiers in Wales that it's not impossible that a good run of form with a solid kind of settled team could be enough to win the Welsh Cup, which is qualification for the Conference League. Yes, it's time to be the Welsh Kings. That's the way. Charlie says, do you think Wrexham will be in the Prem in the next few years? Yes, I think it's inevitable. I would say less than 3 would be my guess. Biggest team in Wales is a tough one. In terms of fan base, now it's almost certainly Wrexham. They've got a massive global fan base because of the Disney documentary. In terms of historic size, which is always more important in my eyes because that doesn't go away, I would say probably Cardiff. But with an asterisk that I don't think there's enough to tell between Cardiff and Swansea to, you know, confidently say one or the other. I would say it's probably historically Cardiff. Pat says Hollywood, Wrexham and Cardiff. Yeah, it's... But, yeah, it's you could toss a coin, really, between Cardiff and Wrexham. I think historically Cardiff are the bigger club. Sorry, Cardiff and Swansea. But I think historically Cardiff are the bigger club. I think Swansea have always had the better investment. But it really is 50-50. But in terms of, like, the biggest club in terms of fan base in Wales right now, it's going to be Wrexham. It's going to be Wrexham for a little while. They're basically America's team at this point, which love them or hate them, I can't begrudge them it. They're a club who've been through a lot over the last 10, 15 years in a town that really has just been fucked by 15, 20 years of really poor government, both local and national, that has really harmed the local economy. Cardiff reached at least 3 cup finals. That's true. That's true. Also, welcome, Doug. Welcome, Ducky. Good to see you. Unless they won't get promoted. Yeah, it's true. But I think Wrexham are inevitable for promotion in the next 3 or 4 years. They've got so much money coming in. they have got so much money coming in. Yeah, that's true. If they get a pro to EPL, then F. Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, there's so much money coming into Wrexham. Like Wrexham's turnover is already mid-table Premier League turnover. So if they get promoted, they are, in terms of pure money coming in, bearing in mind what they'll be able to get with sponsorship, with attention from the American media, with attention from TV companies around the world, blah, 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 blah. In theory, it's not impossible they could be top 6 in terms of revenue. That doesn't mean top 6 in terms of club size, but it's certainly the most important metric in the Premier League, being top 6 in terms of money coming in. Oh, if they get promoted, they would stay up. I would bet money on them to stay up and finish top half, I would say. Also a question, but which Welsh team shouldn't be in the English team if the Welsh club are at least add Scottish? Oh, you mean like the Welsh team shouldn't be in the English league, so, and if they are, the Scottish one should be? Okay, so there is a historic reason for this. We have to do a football history lesson. So, Wales hasn't had its own league for very long. The Welsh League was only founded in 1992. And before that, all the Welsh clubs... We had another red card. All the Welsh clubs played in the English pyramid. Or they played in like Welsh village leagues, or similar situations to that. So before 1992, they all, at least since the 60s, Benny. 1992 was when the Welsh League was founded. So all these teams were established in the English League, and what happened was a lot of the teams that were in Wales were obviously all the big ones were invited to join the Welsh League. Cardiff, Wrexham, Swansea, Newport, Merthyr Tydfil as they were at the time, and I think one other, but I can't remember which, essentially found themselves in a position where they said, look, it's not worth it financially for us to join the Welsh... the Welsh Cup's existed forever, but the Welsh League hasn't. So essentially they said it's not financially worth it, so they stayed in England. And a couple of teams have since moved across, but they tend not to. So the reason that Cardiff and Swansea are in the English League is because they rejected the request to join the Welsh League. Now this came with a cost. Connors Quay used to be English based. There's a couple of others as well. Barry Town played in the English League too. So they did come at a cost to them. For a long time, UEFA were saying that because there was a Welsh League, clubs from Wales that played in England wouldn't be allowed to qualify for Europe. And it was kind of UEFA trying to force Cardiff and Swansea to go and join the Welsh League. And they just said, well, fine, the Premier League, the Football League, is still worth more money to us than the Welsh League anyway, and the Welsh League will never be worth that kind of money, even with us in it. So what's the point? Like, the Champions League wasn't... what they would have got for the Champions League wasn't consistently worth it. And then, of course, you do the math as well. You go, if you put Cardiff and Swansea in the Welsh League, yes, they're going to consistently win the Welsh League every year. It'll be like a Rangers-Celtic situation, but the quality of players they'd be able to attract would go down, so you're not going to see them suddenly playing Champions League group stage football every year, so it would have just become a bit of a nightmare. I mean, in theory, in Football Manager, you could put Cardiff and Swansea and those other teams into the Welsh League and see how it goes, and I imagine you'd find the Welsh League would just grow inexplicably in terms of quality of player to kind of balance out how strong they were. But that's not the reality of Welsh football. The reality of Welsh football is that it wouldn't have brought in enough money to the Welsh League to make that happen. So it's all a bit of a mess. But that's why the Welsh teams play in the English League. And you can go way back through history with this as well. The big three in the Welsh Ladies League are Swansea, Wrexham and Cardiff, exactly. So historically, England and Scotland have always been separate nations. Wales and England have not historically been separate nations from an administrative point of view, to the point where, as everyone knows, I am a law graduate, and my legal qualifications qualify me to practice in England and Wales, but not Scotland. I cannot practice law in Scotland under any circumstances, because it's an entirely separate system. So it's all, England and Wales have always been a bit more connected, and England and Scotland haven't, and that's again why Scotland don't have teams in the English League, and that's a really, really rough explainer of why Welsh clubs play in the English League, based on history, which is more than anyone asked me for, but there you go. I had some knowledge, I shared the knowledge. I hope you all enjoyed gaining some knowledge, maybe. I guess. Kwok Kwok Shing is an incredible name. We're going to sign him. We're definitely going to sign him. Jesus wept, Kwok Kwok. That was an unreal free kick. That's it, you learn something new every day. That's really what life is all about, is learning as much new stuff every day as you can. So I'm just pausing it because I am trying to understand why something happened. I think we're going to take... Let's swap those guys around so they're actually playing on the right sides. That really annoys me that it doesn't let you function that functionally. I'm going to take McLaughlin off. I'm going to stick Joris Lang on. I don't think he'll be good on the left hand side. So oh my word, it's all messed up. Alright, all messed up. There we go, that's better. Right, Joris Lang in possession, but I want you to cut slightly inside and kind of play as a support striker. Then out of possession, I think I'd like you to swap with Thorogood, but maybe a touch forward. Thorogood can go out there. Is it threatened to know anybody else's? Not that I know of here. I've not seen a snow warning. It's not to say there isn't a snow warning, but I've not seen one. We'll go to sort of a dodgy diamond. Thorogood can play as that wide covering midfielder. Kilman possibly, yeah, because then we'll have Whittaker track, Kilman wide. I think I want Everton dropping just because we've got that lack of defenders. And then Joris can be our just an attacking midfielder. That's fine. It might work, it might not. Have a good one, Pat. We'll see you soon. Have a great night, mate. 1 AM is definitely the time to sleep. So yeah, have a good one, buddy. We'll see you very soon. And if you're not following Pat, please be following Pat. As I said, I've already put his shout out in chat, but do go follow Pat. Also, there is some have said this man is the sexiest man alive, and those people are 100% correct. He's off to make sure the Olympic Games are fully fair in Italy. Go see Benny. Just follow him. He's going to be in Italy for a month, but follow him so you don't forget when you get back. If you don't know Benny, follow Benny. He is the sexiest man alive. It's just, we have to say that for legal reasons. It's like a disclaimer. I want to make sure when people see Benny, they're ready. They're ready for what they're about to see. He is the nicest man on the internet. Possibly the nicest man in the world, but there are some places where there is no internet, so we've got to give a bit of fair leeway. Just make sure you're... Benny, do it. Do it. I will 100% endorse Benny as the sexiest man on the internet. And I'm a lawyer, so you know that's true. There you go, Benny. You can pay me later. It's all good. Right, we are about to... Just a complete gym rat. I see it. Sit for a PC 12 hours a day. We are not the same. Look, that's fine. Some, opposites attract, Benny. You can spend as much time in the gym as you like, and it's not going to make you a good gamer. You know? That's why I have a t-shirt in my YouTube shop that says "Real Men Don't Lift." There's no need. Right, we have got to get through penalties to beat Barry Town. The thoroughly good Mr. Thorogood is going to step up and take our first one. Wasn't his best penalty. That was thorough bad. That was not okay. But yeah, it was not ideal, but it's okay. We've got Big Pipakunu in goal. Saved. He's got a West African name, but for some reason is the whitest man in the world. No one can make sense of it, but the FM RNG gods decided that was what he was going to be, and we're going to go with it. Now we've sent the entire Everton team up to take penalties. That's what happens when you get 11 men to take penalties. And we're back on terms, and it's fine. Big Pip is up next, and Big Pip will make another save in this shootout. I'm going to call it now. See this fella, Coughlin, never had a chance. Never had a chance. Big Pip with the save. This is where we take charge of the Welsh Cup. If we'd had 10 men, it wouldn't have got this far. Sorry, we'd had 11 players on the pitch, it wouldn't have got this far. And then the big German Joris Lang, sadly departing us, he steps up. Bosh, never in doubt. Never in doubt. Big German Joris Lang doesn't miss. He just doesn't miss. He got us to the shootout. He's got us over the line. He's got us ahead on penalties now. And now it's up to the Welshest man in the world, Jason Jones. Almost. If Pip had saved that, absolute scenes. It's okay though. We've still got the advantage. We're still good. This fella Higgs looks scared. You can see it. You can see the fear in his eyes. It's Harji Whittaker, the right winger that does more tricks than crossing, to step up. Puts it away. Honestly, a little bit surprised he didn't try a trick on the penalty. Kind of surprised. Was expecting him to try some kind of stupid Italian sounding trick. He didn't do it. And now Hobson steps up. Big Pip is going to save this. I told you. Cardiff Dracs threw in the Welsh Cup. Big Pip with 3 saves. It's all coming up Dragons. All coming up Dragons now. The Welsh Dragons are just leading the way. Promotion is on. We could still fight our way. It's a super Big Pip. We could find our way, theoretically, into Europe for next season. It's not a guaranteed. Barry Town are not the Barry Town they used to be. But if we somewhere in the cup draw TNS and we beat them, bet the farm. Bet the farm on Drax to win everything. Let's fine him his half-week wages. There we go. That's fine. Cardiff Drax are good. Let's have a little gander at how the Welsh Cup works. The JD Welsh Cup. So the Welsh Cup, very simple. That was round 2. There we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games to go. Draw is in 2 days. It's not out of the realms of possibility we can win the Welsh Cup. I know it sounds like I'm half joking that we could win the Welsh Cup. It's really not out of the realms of possibility. The Welsh Cup is a winnable trophy. And it would, last I checked anyway, should give us European football for winning it. It should give us European football for winning it. Winner qualifies for the Europa Conference League first qualifying round. So we We could be playing in Europe if we can win this, and the money that would give us, given how bad the AI is at signing players, could be enough for us to seriously push for the Welsh League. It really could be enough for us to make a serious push on the Welsh League. And it's actually not, as much as I'm not saying this is a thing we're going to do. I'm not putting this out there as like a plan. It's just a statement I'm making. It is possible from the Welsh League to win the Champions League within 10 seasons of qualifying for Europe for the first time. It is possible. It's actually possible from most leagues if you're spending money. But from the Welsh League, because of the proximity to England, you can usually find enough quality players from the border clubs to build a team that can win the Champions League. You can usually find enough quality out, like young players released by the Manchester and Liverpool clubs and the Birmingham clubs, to build a team that can win the Champions League from. I'm not saying we're going to do it, I'm just saying it's a possibility that we could. Especially because promotion would mean we'd have to spend money. Cinephars are upset. I see people I used to like on there. I'm guessing you mean the Epstein files. I didn't see anyone I used to like on there. Everyone I saw on the list were people I already kind of felt like, yeah, makes sense. So, you know, I guess horses for courses. We all knew we'd find Elmo on the list. Right, Rhyl in the League Cup. Now I don't think there's not a trophy for the League Cup, so that's fine. Like Michael Jackson wasn't a surprise to anyone, was it? If anything, the surprise was that he wasn't on the list more. Right, he wants us to play Dowling. Well, we've got a suspension. We'll try Dowling out. This could be his time to shine. Rhyl are about to become the latest victims of the runaway Cardiff Dracs empire. We are about to be the biggest team the world has ever seen. The biggest team in Cardiff. The biggest team in Wales. Some would say the biggest team in Britain. They've got Seb Quirk playing for them. There's a fun blast from the past. Seb Quirk. He must have got awful ratings on this year's game. He can't have been doing well for Accrington. In fact, no, because he's gone to Sligo. It's an interesting career Seb Quirk has had. I know nothing about the guy other than because he's called Seb Quirk. I've signed him a few times because I think his name is funny. Lewis. We've got to get Shabba. Shabba clears it. Bayliss heads it on. Angina. You can't be playing with angina, mate. That's your doctor said no. Your doctor would strongly advise not to play football with angina. Bayliss. Got a corner. They've got a goalkeeper with a foreign-sounding name, Carullo. Is he... Somehow he's English. Alright. I was going South American, but he's not. Right. We are all over them again. As long as we can keep 10 men on the pitch, from here on out, we're pretty much laughing. So I keep 11 men on the pitch. I've got to stop saying 10. So if we can avoid having any more people sent off, we'll be golden. We've had 2 red cards in 2 games. And yes, we've won both games anyway. But I'd like to win games the old-fashioned way by just using 11 players and battering the other team. Let's get this clear. There we go. Widowson chases. There we go. Missed entirely. We're all good. The boys are on fire now. The boys are good. Dragons for all the wins. He wants me to play for set pieces, but honestly, I don't think I've got anyone to fire a set piece at. I don't know if any of these players are good enough to be on the end of a set piece. Certainly no one springs to mind as being like a 6-6 monster. If we had Joris on the pitch, then yes, that would be done, but we don't. Go on, Henshaw, get across him. Get across your man, for Christ's sake. It's not the one. It's really very not the one. Right, address the team. Had a lot of shots on target. Right, Carl, Lewis, Eugene, Gil. Who calls their kid Gil in 2026? Let's improve. All right, let's just do some casual improvement, and then once we've done some casual improvement, we'll do some really big improvement, and that's really where we win the league and the cup. It's a bold plan, but it's going to pay off. Those four are not improving. But I can already see where my subs are going to come from unless we score here. McLaughlin is basically keeping our entire attack together. He's knackered as well, which is troubling. Dowling. Gone back out to Widowson. Excellent. Crossing, possibly. Cross. I just ping the ball over. I don't know why you tried to go alone, but you forced a corner. So fair enough, mate. Fair enough. We'll allow that, but I think it's time to replace some bodies. So we will put Whittaker on the right. Make that swap. Gilman off for Thorogood. Dowling off for Everton, because Shabba's not playing awfully for a change. Lang off, and then Henshaw off for Parsons. And then we relax. We send these guys in fresh, lively, ready to go. This is where the goal comes from. The winning goal is coming in the next 25 minutes. Big German Joris Lang has stepped up to be the goal-scoring hero we need. Widowson's going to keep putting crosses in. There we go. Didn't really find a friend, but that's okay. Thorogood has a pop. We're all over them. We're all. It says they're showing resilience, which is always a sign that we are really good. Greaves to Bradley Morgan, or Bailey Morgan even. Back to Greaves now. Thorogood trying to track, can't get there. Cole can though. Cole and Widowson playing it back and forth. Shabba to Cole to Widowson. Forward to Everton. Back to Widowson. Over the top, looking for a run from Haji Whittaker. Haji Whittaker. He didn't faff that time. He didn't do 17 step-overs. He just slipped it past the goalkeeper. Did what he needed to do. Super sub, Haji Whittaker. Saw the ball coming down. Let it bounce a couple of times. Bosh. Done. Happy days. Haji Whittaker. And Drax are going through to the next round of the Welsh League Cup, where, frankly, I would say we're largely unstoppable. We could go up with we should go up with at least one trophy out of this season. It's almost impossible for us not to win a trophy this season, which I know is a crazy statement to make, but it'll be almost impossible for us not to win a trophy this season. What time do I have to get off to leave? I would imagine 6, half past is going to be when I finish streaming, so I've got time to eat before I go and grab a train. That's sort of the plan. Done it again. We've done it again. So it's not going to be a lot. I'm just filling some time. I thought I'd fill time with you guys. You know, we get some Cardiff played. So that really was the plan. Of course, Soslaw says I'll think, all right, I'll finish up at 6 and then I'll get a raid at 5-2 from someone. But we'll see. Right, we've done that. Widowson shines as something happens. The last one did impress. Okay, cool, thanks. Love that. Dowling makes Drax debut. It's really annoying that none of these defenders are any good. Like, I'll offer Serge Touré a trial, but I just don't think he's the guy. Right, I've got to rethink some stuff now, and rethinking that stuff, it starts with... Who did I take out of midfield? Penn. It was Penn I took out the midfield. He's leaving us at the end of the season. We don't know how they've arranged a transfer for a year off. I'm not using the editor, so that's a wild one. Penn has been fine, but I think we start moving beyond Penn now. We'll put him on the bench for... I want to say Kamar, but it's going to be... He's just going to have to start in place of Dowling for now. Summer Skill is back too. That's nice. That's a weight off the old bonds. So Brannigan there. Then Bennion can be replaced by Brannigan on the bench. Do I have a better right back option? Arguably Wheeler, but Collins is due a big development bump. I think we're okay for now. We're not the paciest team in the world, but we're certainly good enough. Who wants Kilman? Every team in Wales. He was complaining he wasn't playing enough football. Has he been playing well? Arguably, but we'll see. Right, I'm going to skip us to the game. I'm going to grab another drink because that's a good idea. So talk amongst yourselves, all that good stuff, you know how it works. Okay, we're back. We're back. Let's beat Penryncock. Offers made for Kings Lynn, Sonny Cox. Sonny Cox is still knocking around. Can we get Sonny Cox? I'm going to get banned from YouTube if I say his name too many times. That's life. Right, we get to make one change. We'll start Collins. We'll give him a run out. Just because Widowson's not fully fit. Maybe he's good, maybe he's bad. We're going to find out if our loanee can loan himself some talent, some ability, some excitement. Address the team. We've been on a good run lately. Go out there and indeed impressify me. Do it. We're underway. We're good to go. We're at full strength again. We're looking dangerous. Where are Pen Rhin Koch in the league? That's the question. Are they a team we should be handily beating? Is always kind of what I'm looking for. Cook gives it away. Henshaw on a run. Far side. The skipper. Looking for a cross. Finds the cross. Looking for McLaughlin. Headed over the bar. It's not what we were looking for. But it is what happened. Right. Pen Rhin Koch are in the relegation zone. So they're fighting for their lives. We're basically trying to climb over them. We've got to try and climb over Hrill. We've got to try and climb over Denby, Mould, and then Bangor. And then maybe we're in the conversation for automatic promotion. McLaughlin, out wide for Collins. Gets tackled. Bit lightweight maybe. Summer skill to Kilman, to Penn. Penn back to Kilman. Nyarko to Bayliss. We're playing beautiful football. Bayliss heads it to Henshaw. Henshaw across to Bayliss. Kilman. Kilman with a shot. And it's not far away at all, and we are looking lively but not deadly. Something has to change. Collins to Penn. Penn gets tackled. Collins didn't really react. Luckily Penn got it back. He's into the box. He's going it alone. He shouldn't have gone it alone. He should have waited for a friend. But we'll make do with making do. We will cook because we cook. And we will score because that's also what we do. It's going to be Smith taking a free kick. We're going to win this one back right away. Alright. We're going to wait a second. We're just going to tease them a bit. Beckett. Sam Beckett from Quantum Leap is going to cross. Let's head this one away. We haven't done, but it's cleared. Cole gets rid of it. McLaughlin apparently was working hard to get to that first. Honestly, probably shouldn't have done, but that comes with age and experience and talent. So, you know, he's never going to figure that out. Jones. Let's just print Jones on the back of every shirt in Wales. They're all called J. Jones. Everyone in Wales is called J. Jones. Cole. Cleared now. Nyarko probably should have had his eyes open, gone for that one, but he didn't. So it's fine. Over the top now for Henshaw and headed back to Big Pip Akunu. Hero of every penalty shootout. Summer skill. Forward to Henshaw. Henshaw looking for a ball over the top maybe. He does. Goes over the top to Collins. Collins through ball for McLaughlin. McLaughlin finds Penn. Back to Collins. Collins can get in a good crossing position here. He might have a chance of creating something. Doesn't need to. David McLaughlin is through. And we are 1-0 up against Pen Rhin Koch. And we are absolutely enormous. Absolutely unstoppable. We gave them a little head start so we wouldn't embarrass anyone. But we've settled in now. We've decided to come back, hit them the hard way, get that promotion, go and get the World Premier League, and then the Champions League is in our sights. Once we win the Champions League, we can get any job we want. Literally any job we want. Here we go. Penn gets tackled. McLaughlin's through. He's looking lively again. He should cut it back, does cut it across goal. Finds Kilman, lays off for Henshaw, who has a shot he shouldn't have done. Bayliss, Kilman, Henshaw again. Henshaw is feeling like he wants to score goals, isn't he? He's feeling like he wants to score goals. It's no biggie if he doesn't. 1-0 is still a win. It's still 3 points on the board, but I was kind of spoiled by starting the stream with a 7-1. So I am looking for us to actually actively smash teams. And this is the same lineup that did the 7-1. Just with all 11 of them on the pitch. Shaba plays it off for Henshaw to Kilman. through to Baylis, to Niarco. Niarco turns through ball for McLaughlin, who, I thought I was going to say it was offside. It was the first half ending. We are looking, I don't think any ground in Wales, by the way, has changing rooms that look this good. Adam Collins and Endrit Shaba, not happy. Get better. Just get better. That's all I need from you, is to be a bit better. And then we're laughing. Genuinely laughing. If you two can play as well as I feel like you should be capable of playing, I think we'll get 3 or 4 more goals in this second half. Baylis is beautiful, beautifully chested down. Baylis turns, Baylis shoots straight at the goalkeeper, which was a mistake. But he'll learn. He'll learn. We're going to win this one in the air. We do. Kilman out wide to Baylis again. Beats his man. Past Sam Beckett. Beats Captain Cook. Cross the box. We can't quite put it away. And, Shaba should have moved. Didn't move. Did not do what he needed to do. Henshaw's booked, but he's managed not to get a second yellow, which is all I can ask of him. He will come off shortly because I don't like having players on yellows on the pitch. Niarco is not having a great game. Collins is not having a great game. Shaba, arguably not having a great game. We've won a corner. There's nothing happening. All right, let's do this. Let's do the changes. We are going to take off Collins. We'll send in Widowson. That'll be fine. Cole, you're going to come off, mate, for Mr. Brannigan, I believe. Henshaw off for Parsons. Shaba off for Everton. And then Niarco off for Big Joris Lang. And this is where the second goal comes from. These changes will bring the second goal. Widowson seems to love crossing from deep. Seems to be his whole vibe. And he's got the big German Joris Lang to aim for the head of. Baylis, cross for Brannigan. Brannigan will go out wide to Widowson, and this is where it starts. Big German Joris getting into position, waiting for Widowson, who does some step overs, beats his boy. Kilman, Baylis with a shot from range just wide of the post. And once again we settle in. It's going to be a 1-0. This, for all the promise of big goals, this one's going to end 1-0. It doesn't feel like anything else is going to happen in terms of a goal. 1-0 will do, quite happily. But it's always nice to do a smashing. It is kind of what we do. But it's okay. 1-0 is respectable. The table has us in 6th. We are better on goal difference than Mole, and to get to them and Rill will have to beat Rill's goal difference. Denby aren't a million miles ahead of us. It's still an 11-point gap to Bala, but that's fine. They've got to drop points eventually. In fact, we've got to play Rill next, so we can deal with Rill's points and goal difference. 2 birds, 1 stone style, which is fine. It's pretty much exactly what we would hope to do. So that's all gravy. We are just doing what we need to, really. Just doing what we need to. Vintage display, blah blah Drax, blah blah Drax. Good stuff. George Penn is injured. He's only out for 4 days. That's fine. We've got a week till the next game. He'll recover. He'll recover nicely. I actually didn't see who we got in the next round of the cup, did I? Who did we get in the next round of the cup? Kumaman? They appear to be from the league below us. And they've got a unicorn as their club badge. That's all signs that we're going to beat them. All signs that we're going to beat them. So, we can relax. We can relax. We're going to beat Rill again. We'll beat Bangor. In fact, if we beat Rill and Bangor, we are very much in the mix. Very much in the mix for promotion. Because that will bring them all back to us. Triada Bay we know are going to get smashed because they're the worst team in this league. So these next two matches could be the matches that see us thrust ourselves back into the promotion race. I think we're largely done losing for the season now. The two top teams have lost no games between them, but that'll be fine. Jack, welcome back. We're no longer in Tahiti. We are in Wales. We have moved to Wales because Tahiti was growing frustrating in that we kept losing on places in Europe on goal difference every year. So, places in continental, I should say. So we've come to Wales. We have saddled up the HMS Pistol League in Cardiff. We're with Cardiff Draconians. We are on a run of form. We're about to rip ourselves into the promotion places. And then once we get promoted, because we're going to win the Welsh Cup on the way up, I've decided already, we're going to win the Welsh Cup on the way up. We're going to go into the Welsh Premier League with European football, build a team that can absolutely ruin the top flight, and then we chase the Champions League. It's basically the plan. Just the one change. Only Arco's off form, but we've got to have some faith. We've got to get him ticking before big German Joris leaves. Am I thinking I should have Dyche on the bench, but he's not quite earned it yet. It'll be fun. How was spin on the weekend? We were fine. We won. We've signed Big Jim Scanlon on deadline day yesterday, so that's good. Channel legend Big Jim Scanlon is a Swindon player. He's currently playing in China on the save, but he's a Swindon player in real life. It's lovely to see Swindon signing international footballers. Signed 2 on the same day. 2 internationals on the same day in League 2. Yes, they play for Gibraltar and Canada respectively. They're not Brazilian, but you know, you takes what you get. Right, this is a huge game. This is an enormous game. If we beat Rill, we are thoroughly in the promotion conversation. Thoroughly in the promotion conversation. You'll find that a lot of the lower league teams play the same formations. Yeah, but then that happens in real life. Lower league managers are lower league managers for a reason. You know, they're not innovating much, and if they are and it's successful, they will not be lower league managers long. Like, realistically speaking, 90% of the managers you get at lower league level are managers who ran out of ideas further up, and they've just dropped down to a level where those ideas are still a bit fresh. They are the people who couldn't adapt to survive. Like, a really good example of this is Mark Hughes, who last I checked was still managing Carlisle in the conference, but when he was manager of Manchester City, looked like he was the next managerial genius. But he just had like a handful of ideas, and they stopped working. You know, you should get big Graham Dorrans next to big Kyle Lafferty, as they could generally be twins. But is Graham Dorrans on the level of Shagger that Kyle Lafferty is? 4-4-2 Brexit football rules. Carl Baelish just scored. We are Rilla done. Rilla cooked. But there are 2 unbeaten teams in the league, and we need to take care of them. We've got to beat them to have any chance. Sean Dyche FC indeed. We're not playing any Sean Dyche football. I've got a team in the Welsh second tier playing tiki-taka. And winning with tiki-taka. We're tiki-takaing our way to the Champions League. We're 4th in the league right now. Bangor and Bala haven't lost any games yet. I don't think they've played each other. But Banga and Ballard are playing. Speaking of really a good lower league centre back, I'd recommend Max Dyche. I've already got a Dyche. He's not a good one. I don't know if Max is going to sign for a Welsh club. Probably not at this level. Struggling enough to sign released English players. But I shall bear in mind. Eugene Nyarko scores again. He keeps striking. Oh, he's offside. He's deadly. Eugene Nyarko, once he gets a bit excited, is deadly. That's a great tackle by Kilman. Great tackle. Where have your TT club players be good? No. I've just taken one of the ones we had on trial, and he got a D rating from our coaches. So sadly not. And the ones that aren't British definitely won't, because they won't want to move that far. Like, to be fair, our best players in Tahiti they were the kind of players who have like one thing that is in the sort of 15s and nothing else. 21-year-old player retire as a club legend. No, he didn't. No. He did not retire as a club legend. He retired as a failure. He can now be found digging ditches for the local council. Had a lot of shots on target so far, so I'm happy. Eugene, buddy, you got called offside once, mate. You don't have to suddenly let your head drop. It happens. Largely because you're quick and you know it. But you do move a touch early. A lot. Like, if we could just teach him how to properly beat an offside trap, he'd be laughing. So he can be found cleaning the floors at his local Tesco, probably with his tongue. He wasn't that great. Leeming into the box, Cole heads it away. Shot comes in, we're okay. We are sort of able to relax a little bit now we've got ourselves back in kind of vibe mode. Denby will be our next victims in terms of climbing the league. I think we've still got to play them at least once, probably twice. Oh no, we've played Denby. I remember playing Denby. We played Bangor or Bala? I think Bala smashed it. So did Bangor, actually. It's fine. It's fine. They've got to play each other and they've got to slip up and drop points. It's inevitable. Right, let's make some changes. We've left this too long without making changes. We've got an expected goals of 2.6 and we're 1-0 up. Something has gone badly. Right, Everton on. Nyarko replaced by Big Joris. Summerskill for Brannigan. Take Henshaw off for Parsons. Any more for anyone? Who's tiring? Who is tiring? I'll leave it for a second. I'll leave it. Most of the players playing T2 will believe tartan paint actually exists. Probably. It's probably a few. Lang, let's have a goal. What was that? What was that? Right, Widowson. If you could get this ball into a box, good stuff. Right, Penn. Come on, back to Widowson. Into the box. It's okay. Parsons had a pop from pretty much wherever he felt like there. I'm going to take Widowson off because he's tiring. He doesn't really have the stamina, but he does cross really well. So we'll just send in Collins to see it out. It's another 1-0. It's not a glamorous 1-0, but it's a 1-0. And Denby are the next victims on our victim list. Really special. Nobody gave us I gave us a chance. I knew it was going to happen. I called it. It's absolutely fine. Come on, savey bar. Do your savey bar thing. There we go. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Right. Next up is, I believe, one of the other teams above us. I believe one of the teams above us. I think it might be Bala or Bangor or someone. Bangor. We've got to play Bangor twice in the space of 4 games and once in the cup. They're currently unbeaten, which is a real concern. But let's peg them back in, pin them down. Will be good. I'm feeling this as a the start of something special. Just a random text about a job. Weird. Weird stuff. I don't think I'm going to be working on something filming in Newcastle. Doesn't feel like that's quite close enough, but good start. Let's see how Bangor did in their match, because if they've won it, I think they were playing Bala. I think it was Bangor and Bala this week. Hopefully that's finished as a draw. Don't really want any... We've got Manager of the Month. Manager of the Month has just happened. That's how good we've been in October, that we've just been given Manager of the Month. It's almost impossible for us to be this good this much of the time. Almost impossible. We are slowly creeping forwards. Slowly creeping forward. As one does. Okay, right, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Alright, we're here. We're here for the Bangor game. Bangor alive. Bala have lost. Bala lost a game. Who beat Bala? Was it Bangor? Mould Alexandra. Oh. Something is cooking. Something's a good end to the season is cooking. I'm changing nothing. We're on such a good run. I'm changing nothing. I know Shaba's not. Let's just change Shaba out for Everton for now. Shaba is a better player, but for some reason his form is absolute arse. His form's so gash. Right, we're on a good run. Go and impress. No. Someone react. There we go. Reactions. Good. Make a difference. Make me proud. Eugene, score goals, mate. Eugene, your job today is goals. Right? Get at least 4 of them. I'm not being greedy. Because if we can hand Bangor their first loss of the season, then the whole league gets shaken up. The whole league. It's a statement of intent if we can beat Bangor. We can take the last unbeaten record in the Welsh Northern League. Almost. Got a corner. We're not going to see it because FM26, but we've got a corner. We're all over them. Like a cheap suit. It's just a matter of time before we score. This could be it. Kilman could score right now. Into the box. It's alright. Again, we're just teasing them. Henshaw's injured, that's alright. Parsons on. In fact, I should check this. Who is the better left back? It's definitely Brannigan. Brannigan then. He can go in. He'll be fine. I'm playing as a centre-half, but he's a better left-back. Davis to Nichols to Bowden. Bowden looking for options. Goes back to Nichols to Bowden again. Come on, someone get in there with a tackle. Someone tackle, please. Brannigan. Across, looking for Cole. Alright, let's encourage the boys. Let's pick their heads up. And they will score. Bayliss on the ball, back to Everton, to Summerskill, back to Akunu. Cole forward for Penn, to Everton, to Kilman. Kilman coming forward now, plays it to Nyarko, to Bayliss. Bayliss looks for a shot. It wasn't his best work. It wasn't his worst work, but it wasn't his best work. Alright, we're giving him a free kick, edge of the box. How? How has Phil Brannigan done that? That's probably why they're unbeaten. To be fair. Yanking stuff out the bag like that is probably how they are unbeaten so far. But we've still got a whole half of a game left. Yes, I'm going to have to yell at Penn and Bayliss and McLaughlin and Summerskill and Brannigan. And yes, I've only got 4 subs to change all that around. But we shouldn't lose hope. Kilman now on the ball, looking for Nyarko to McLaughlin. Stop shooting from range. You're rubbish when you shoot from range. All of you are rubbish at shooting from range. Right. I don't want to say no. Be better second half. None of this, oh, you've done okay, guys. Here's a participation trophy. No. Absolutely never. Get out there and play some sodding football like I'm paying you literal money to do. That's what I'm asking for. Right. Here we go. This is where it starts. Brannigan versus Brannigan. Brannigan with a cross, headed away, only as far as Everton. Everton and Penn with a 1-2. Widdowson down the near side where he's most dangerous. Go on, Cole to Everton. Everton through to Kilman. Kilman through ball for McLaughlin. Come on. How are you offside? Penn, McLaughlin, Bayliss definitely aren't seeing this game out. That much I can tell you. That much I can tell you. Right. Whittaker. Get out there, son. Do your thing. Thorogood. You're going on the left wing, mate. So, we need to focus up. Shabba's coming in. that change. That should... Yes, we're still relying on Niarco to score our goals, but he can do it. We just have to get the ball to him. Fire them up. Demand more, in fact. Demand more. Show me more. Show me a goal, an idea. We're all over them. Come on, guys. Let's just go for it. Really go for it. There's no way we can be this mediocre at getting our shots away. It's not going well. Our unbeaten run is about to end against an unbeaten side. And realistically, we've been the better team the entire game. The entire game. Shaba to Kilman. Through ball. That's nice. Widowson, come on. There we go. 1-2's a nice. Cut it back. Don't shoot. Cut it back. Niarco was stood right there begging for it. Just begging for a chance at the open goal. And that is the end of our unbeaten run. And we're now 10 points off of the playoffs. So we've just got to work harder. Just got to work harder to get this done. It's really kind of how it is. Two, 3 months for our captain. No, buds. No. I don't know who's taking over. I really don't know who takes over at left back. I guess it's O'Mahony. It's your time to shine, son. I just hope you're good. Former Newport player. We'll have to see. The Samne assistant. Let's have a cheeky look just to see if there is a left back who's worth a look. Greg Brown, not really. That reminds me, actually, I was going to look at that lad, wasn't I? I was going to look at that lad from Barry? Was it Barry he played for? Kwok Shing from Hong Kong, on loan from Morecambe. Requested a transfer. I haven't got any money, but what if I just give you half of whatever I sell him for? We'll see if they take it. Eugene Niarco has set a new record for league appearances, 128. That's alright. Love the loyalty. They actually did accept our offer. He didn't want a contract, but they accepted our offer. That's encouraging. That is encouraging. Triada Bay are our next victims, though. And they are a team we are more than capable of battering. We are just trying to claw our way up. Hope some teams above us make some mistakes. We have got to play Mould in the league game after this too, which is lovely. Right, I shall return momentarily. Ready to go, and we are looking good. Triada Bay, our next victims. And it's time for O'Mahony to shine. He needs to shine today. Shabba needs to start being better too. Everton is wanted. Lots of players wanted by other teams. That's fine, right? James O'Mahony. Now would be an amazing time for you to show us what you can do. A lot of pressure replacing the captain. But doesn't mean you can't make the shirt yours. Let's get everyone happy, everyone ready and firing. Right, get out there. It's a beautiful looking day and a beautiful looking pitch in Cardiff. It's going to be a good time. We are 5th in the table. Triada Bay are 16th. There is no good reason why we shouldn't be absolutely pimp slapping these guys. They've got 6 points all season. We get a through ball already. Oh, I thought we were going to get a goal straight off the bat then. Of course, Triada Bay were the other team we spoke to before we came to Wales. We chose Cardiff because being in the capital made more sense. Welcome, Paul. 3-0 incoming is what we're saying. 3-0 is a good place to be. We are a little bit under the cosh because we've just had our captain injured for 3 months, but we'll be okay. How are you, Paul? Welcome anyway. Welcome to the stream. We're a rare afternoon slot today. A rare afternoon slot happened. It's nice to see people are slowly coming back in from work as well. Hope you all had wonderful days. A great chance to. I did start while you were busy working. I did. I went live at 4 o'clock. Might file Tranmere save up soon. Fair enough. It's not going to be a long stream or a late stream tonight. I have got to go over to my mother's. I literally started stream because I've done some washing before I went over to hers. I've got to wait for it to dry before I leave. So I thought, you know what? We'll do a stream. We'll do a little cheeky afternoon stream when I've got literally nothing else I need to get done. And it's gone really well because we've only lost 1 game on this stream so far, and it was 2 Bangor who are unbeaten in the league so far. Everyone else we've just slapped. We've just slapped them around. So we are pushing back up the league now. We're feeling pretty good. Like I I said, yes, we've had our captain injured for 3 months. That's a problem, but we'll overcome it. The guy that's replaced him, O'Mahony, actually doesn't look like an awful footballer. Or certainly in terms of potential, doesn't look like an awful footballer. He could really take this chance to shine at left back, get himself playing, get himself developing, and then at that point, maybe we don't need the captain anymore. Maybe we save a bit of cash. At the very least, it gives us a bit of a headache. But Penn, Bayliss and Niarco are letting us down today against the worst, I cannot stress enough, the worst team in this league. Kilman has a pop at goal. Was it the right choice? I'd argue he shouldn't even have thought it was the right choice. We're on a 1.6 XG and it's still 0-0. I'm going to tell them they can to keep working hard, but realistically, these guys need to have a look at themselves. Right, let's do it second half. Second half, I expect to see many goals. Many goals. Because they've let me down this first half. We are ridiculously all over them. There is absolutely no good reason we shouldn't be winning by now. That's poor. It's really poor so far. Right. I know you're motivated, Penn, but you're motivated to not play well. Right. Big Joris. Now is your time, son. Hardy, you're going on, mate. We're going to swap you for Whittaker. Summer Skills looking aggressive, which is not really what I want, so Brannigan can go in there. Actually, we might take Everton off as well. Kilman, are you right-footed? You are. Right. Let's do it. Let's get a winning goal. Even if we don't smash them, let's get a winning goal. That'd be nice. It's about consistency and points. That's all we're really trying to get into them, is consistency and points. It was close. It was close. Widdowson's there. Kilman's there. Kilman! That sub notification came up at the wrong time. It just kind of flashed and I thought we'd scored. But it's okay. It's all right. We've got 20 minutes to go. Let's encourage the boys. Get them fired up. Get them ready for a winning goal. It can be a late winner. I don't care as long as it's a winner. O'Mahony, you are ready to make history on your debut, not by giving the ball away, but by setting something up. McLaughlin, right. Switch it. Switch it. That was the wrong ball. Someone get it out wide for Widdowson. Or not, or we'll have a shot. It doesn't matter. We're happy either way. But goals do have to come. In fact, we're going to turn up the heat. We're going to turn up the heat. We are going to start to cook. That's the plan. We'll turn up the heat. Kilman's through. Kilman, through ball to Lang. Lang back to Kilman. Thorogood. Kilman again. Someone please find the ball out to Widdowson. He's desperate for a chance to cross. He's desperate. He's in so much space. If this finishes 0-0 after we've basically murdered them, we've pretty much been FM'd. Right, Whittaker, come on, someone score. Thought we had a goal, I thought we had a penalty, we end up with a corner. Oh my word, we are, I don't know if you can technically call yourself FM'd on a draw, but we have been FM'd here. We've been absolutely FM'd. How, someone tell me how this game has ended 0-0 with those stats. We've had 28 shots, 13 on target. and it's ended 0-0. Unreal. Unreal stuff. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense at all. Something has to change. Just having a little look just to see if I recognise him like that. Because Mars is a troll who enjoys messing with players' minds. It's not impossible, Ducky. Not impossible at all. That's what he's thinking all times. Carl, buddy. That was the wrong time to get hurt. James O'Mahony did very, very well for his debut. I will say, he did very well. I'm not unimpressed. Right, we've got to beat Cummerman. Cummerman are our next victims in the Welsh Cup. Like I said, it is possible if the gods smile upon us for us to win the Welsh Cup. It's not impossible at all for this to happen. We do need a touch of luck. We do need to hit form. Really get back on solid form, but we are good enough. Like, from this point in the Welsh Cup, this is round 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 4 games to go after this. And obviously, yes, they get progressively harder, but it just takes that bit of luck. I genuinely don't care. I don't care they've recalled him from loan. It's not really going to affect us. He was a sub at best. I've got other right backs. Many other right backs. Honestly, it's left back that's kind of the issue, in that I'm shoehorning right backs and centre halves in at left back, but we can't dwell on that. We can't afford to dwell on that. All we can do is beat the many teams in front of us. Apparently there's a transfer window closed. I didn't realise we were in a transfer window. I'm guessing it's a loan window. I'm not overly worried by a loan window because transfer window's opening in about a month anyway. We've got a couple of new bodies joining us. We should still have a little bit of cash left over. Promotion will help. Plus, like I said, we'll manage to get ourselves through. Would I ever manage the Tahiti national team? In real life, absolutely. Absolutely. Someone get the contract sent over. I'll do it tomorrow. In game? Probably not. I'm a little bit annoyed these guys have sort of arranged to leave us before they've really had a chance to play. I mean, they're all replaceable, but in fact, Janet should be on the left-hand side. Even so, Oh, I would definitely consider going into management in real life. If I could afford the coaching courses, I'd have taken them by now. Absolutely would have done. I frankly, the only reason coaching courses cost money is because Pep is scared of me, so... to get anywhere near the professional game as a manager, you'd end up spending upwards of 50 grand on courses, I think. Like, it's really expensive. Even the first level course is like 600 quid. Super expensive to get management courses done. Or coaching courses done. But yeah, if I had the money, absolutely they'd be done. Walk you through what style of play I'd implement. I don't, Charlie. I would very much implement something based upon the total football philosophy, but with a heavy influence of gegenpress. So it'd be very high pressure, very high pressing, very fluid football, lots of passing. It's the kind of football I like to see. No, I don't think Pep ruined football with his style, because Pep essentially just took what Johan Cruyff taught him and made it worse. He's certainly not ruined football, he's just not improved football. Eugene Nyarko, you dirty boy. You dirty boy. Absolute filthmonger. But yeah, that would be my answer. It would be some kind of cross between total football and gegenpress. Everything played at, like I said, a reasonably high tempo. I demand my players were really fit. But also with a little bit of Cloughy influence. I want the ball on the ground, and I don't want anyone playing dirty. I want honest football. None of this throwing yourself on the ground bullshit to try and win dodgy free kicks and stuff. Stay on your feet, score the goals, win the game honestly, but keep the ball on the ground. We're 2-0 up. We're already in the next round of the cup. We're already through. We're already through. On our way to qualify. They haven't even had a shot yet. We're well on our way to qualifying for Europe. That's the plan. Qualify for Europe from the second tier of Wales. Because that way, even if we don't go up, by the time we get up, we'll have so much money. So much money. Like with European football money in the second tier in Wales, can you imagine the quality of team you could build? Like the dominance you would be giving. David McLaughlin has taken a knock, and it looks like Achilles tendonitis. Well, Achilles tendonitis doesn't happen. I'm not a doctor, but it doesn't happen from a knock. Achilles tendonitis would indicate some kind of infection in the Achilles. So probably didn't get it playing football. Sounds like he's been kissing dirty boys. Oh, I thought we were going to score then. Everton to Kilman. Cut it back. That's the one. Wasn't the best pass, but it was the idea was good. Cole over the top. Beautiful. Everton. Nice. Cole again. Kilman. Across to O'Mahony. He needs to improve, but he will. He'll get there. He's not match fit yet. To Kilman again. Into the box. Kilman. Gil Kilman. Big old Gil Kill. James O'Mahony gets an assist. Jack, who would you like me to look up? Gil Kills has done Gil Kills things. He begged me for more football. I changed the system. I gave him more football. And Gil Kill is the hero. We're 3-0 up. We are 3 whole goals to 0 up. That is truly the one. Right, let's get McLaughlin off because I'm slightly worried he'll die from his tendinitis. Summer skill has not been great again, but we're still all over them. David Worrell. We'll have a look. David Worrell. Why do I know that name? Why do I know the name David Worrell? Did he play for one of the North East clubs? My brain says he was a smoggy at some stage. I could be wrong, but we'll have a look. We'll have a look. Bury, West Brom, Oldham, Barrow. Okay. And Port Vale. Why does my brain think he played in the North East then? Because that's a very western track. Some banger kits of the day coming from your latest shirt haul. Excellent. Haji Whittaker has just scored a filthy... We started the stream with a 7-1. We're currently doing a 4-0. The boys want this. The boys want European football as much as I do. Imagine sitting your kids down and going, kids, there's European football about to be played in Cardiff and it's not City. We'll have a look at today's kit of the day in just a second. It looks like we are on Argentina 2026. Argentina. Alright. I think it's probably time to give our fullbacks a rest. So we'll send in Big Cash Wheeler. O'Mahony off for Brannigan. In fact, you know what? I think I'm just going to use the last few subs to replace our defenders. None of them are playing well. Shabba needs to run out anyway. Have I ever had a Tycoon takeover? Yes, not in this FM, but yes. It's got Messi on it and you got it for free. Alrighty then. Very nice. I actually quite like that blue. I quite like that blue. Here we go. Goal number 5. Coming right up. Haji Whittaker. Oh, we've got another corner. We've got another corner. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see. Just having a little casual look. Is it weird? I remember the Swindon Sheffield United 5-5. No, because that was an incredible match. That's a great kit for free. You can never turn down free kits. You should never turn down free kits. If people want to give me free kits, I'll take free kits. You want another free kit? Yes. How are you winning free kits? How is this happening? I mean, I'm a Swindon fan. It was still a great game. Kit, are you the only person entering this? Are you, like, buying kits and then having some kind of memory thing and forgetting you bought a kit and so you're just deciding it's free? Or are you the luckiest human being on earth? Like, I'm quite lucky, and I haven't won that many kits in my life. I haven't won that many things in my life. Like, I've won some banging things. Like, back in 1994, I won a year's subscription to every gaming magazine off the Big Breakfast. Every gaming I had every gaming magazine sent to my house for a year by the Big Breakfast. And that was pretty cool. And then I won the PC we're using. And then in between that, in terms of I've won some stuff on the old bingo and whatnot. The only one was they accidentally refunded it. I'm trying to think, have I ever had any other big competition wins? Not really. I'd quite like to win like an Ome's house though. More than I'd like to win a football kit. I'd like to win an Ome's house. Do I prefer the north or the south? Define where we're dividing north and south. Because that's always the bit that's important. Because if you live in the northeast, the south starts at like Manchester. But if you live in Manchester, the south starts at Birmingham. And like, for people from Oxford, the north starts at Banbury. So that's the question. Where are we drawing the line? North of Wolverhampton. I think I'm going to say I'd prefer the north. Now, as for the food... No, you're still right. It's still the north. It's still the north. Because the north brings both pie and parmo. Realistically, if you've got pie and parmo, everything else is ridiculous. South Devon probably better than North Devon. That does help, Simon. It does help. Also, welcome to our lovely early kickoff today. We are on the early kickoff. We do be on the early kickoff today. It's not going to be a late finish. It's just an early kickoff. Don't expect me to go marathon tonight. It's not going to happen. Right, we owe Bangor. Got back from Bristol a few minutes. Oh, Bristol. Lovely. And how was the family? Not your family, but the one family that populates Bristol. Black pudding. You won't get me with black pudding, but butter pie. I do like pie. I do like butter. Don't think I've ever combined the two. A pie balm. I mean, that's okay. A Chorley cake, it's alright. An Eccles cake is alright. A Manchester tart, well, we've all had a few, haven't we? All had a few on the odd night out. Only met a barman and your son, so you couldn't tell it. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's the one thing you have to ask anyone that goes to Bristol. How's the family, not the people who are related to you? It isn't a butter pie, but look it up. Alright. Butter pie. Sliced potatoes, onions, a generous amount of butter, all encased in a short crust pastry. Well, I do like potatoes. I do like onions. I do in fact have all the things in my house to make one of those. right now. And I kind of want to, but I do have to get to my mother's. Maybe I'll make a butter pie tomorrow. Isn't a butter pie like a poor person's hominy pie? That's a big word. Hominy pie. Yeah, it looks like it's basically the... I mean, a hominy pie is more of a quiche, isn't it? It's basically a quiche. Alright, banger. We owe banger. You've got to add cheese to everything. Right, we owe banger because we went after their unbeaten record. We absolutely dominated them on every metric and they still won 1-0. There's a cup at stake now. So, this is where we do them. Pick up where you left off. Let's go to another smashing. Berry black pudding. See, I'm not a fan of black pudding. I'm not. I know this is in danger of getting me banned from the north. But I cannot stand black pudding. Just something like the idea of a blood sausage just makes me feel ill.
Okay, now spirit fingers! Spirit fingers! Spirit fingers!
That's what we need.
These are not spirit fingers.
But I will add it to a note somewhere.
And these
Kirk Road. Let's have a look. See what they've got in stock, shall we? Breakfast. All right, we can start the day there with breakfast. Then morning goods. So we can move on. They do sandwiches. We can be here all day. They've got cornflake cakes. They've got cream cakes. They've got savouries. Honestly, there's no reason I'd ever have to leave this shop except they don't have a place to sleep. If they just set up a little bed in the corner, I reckon I'd be okay. I haven't tried white pudding. Is it the same as black pudding? Make that shorter, please. I don't understand, Charlie. Yeah, Galloway's for sure. I could live there. I could live... Honestly, set up a bed in the corner. I'll work for food. I will work for food. White pudding made from suet, oatmeal, barley, breadcrumbs, sometimes pork or liver, traditionally without blood. Alright, that feels better. That basically sounds like a sausage. I wasn't familiar with white pudding's game, but I think I could get involved. It certainly sounds better than black pudding. Gil Kilman. Gil Kilman, you absolute ledge. Since he's come into the side, we have looked entirely different. That is a finish. Oh, the cheers was loud. Alright. That I can fix. That I can fix. To be fair, I thought I had already fixed it. But that I can fix. That is a thing we can fix. There we go, we fixed that. Have you got green Hallis down? No. Don't think so. Greenall's Bakery. Find your local bakery. We've got 60 plus retail stores in the northwest. Well, that's not working. Their website does not work. Find your local. It wants me to accept cookies, but it won't give me an option to accept them. Alright, let's use the map. No, their most southern store that I can see is in Widnes, which is a bit of a walk. Flake cakes, vegan pasties, soups, bacon and sausage barms, frankfurter barms, crumpet bread. I was so confused the first time someone said the word barm to me. I did not understand what a barm was. Obviously I know now. But I was so confused the first time. Oh, do you want a bacon barm? Well, I like bacon. What the fuck is a barm? Plus, I thought they were saying barn. And I was like, why would you have a barn? I'll eat a barn full of bacon on any given day of the week. But I was very confused. Call it a sausage tea cake. A sausage tea cake? No. No. We're not having that. We're not having sausage tea cake. Tea cake's a fluffy thing full of fucking raisins or some shit. It's not. Don't put sausage in it. That's not okay. We're not accepting that. Just done it. It's like. It's basically a soft squash fly biscuit, isn't it? Yeah, let's have some decorum. Let's have some decorum, shall we? But I'm aware that McJanet's broken, but I don't feel like we need to replace him. Also, we're finally beating Bangor, by the way. We're finally beating, not in the league where it counted, but in the Poxy Tier 2 Cup. Eugene Niarco steps up though, right now we can make our changes. Now we can make our changes because Eugene Niarco. So I stay in hot chocolate with a cup of hot cocoa. Just utter woke nonsense. Exactly. Utter woke nonsense. Well, none of that utter woke nonsense. You're playing a 4-2-3-1 next. 'Tis this woke shite with your 4-2-3-1s. Your coloured football boots. Back in there, we'd have killed a man for wearing coloured football boots. Ordering a tea cake, bacon and sausage and stuff in it. Apart from Greg's, what do we have down south for pasties and that? Well, now this is a long-standing controversy. We used to have a thing called the baker's oven, which you have to be of a certain age to remember the baker's oven. But the quality of baked goods was far superior to anything you get in Greg's. Unfortunately, it's now dead, and we're all just stuck with Greg's for the rest of time. Like, we really don't have anything but Greg's. And it's ruined. It's ruined baked goods forever. Like, yeah, you've got the odd independent cafe, you've got, like, Costa and that shit, but, like, if you want a bakery, you have to go to Greg's. And it's a shame, because, honestly, everything from Greg's tastes like oily cardboard. Carr's pasties are cheese and jalapeno bake. That sounds tasty in my face hole. Pipakunu. Thank him for his service. Goalkeeper Pipakunu gets his first goal as we smash Bangor. We're all over them. It's 3-0. They're out the cup. Hopefully this kills their form and we can start to build... That's Jacob Knightbridge in goal. I just saw Jacob Knightbridge is playing in goal for Bangor. He's too good for this level. They've scored. It's okay though, because it's 3-1. As long as they don't come back, I think we'll get 3-0 still. So if they don't come back, we're all good. You've made me hungry. I really want a proper pasty. Bloody miss a proper pasty. My grandmother was the head baker for Ginsters for years. For years. And the day she retired, they changed the recipe and it's been absolute shite ever since. Ginster's pasties used to essentially be my grandmother's recipe, and they changed the recipe after she retired to make things cheaper or whatever, and it's been utter shite ever since. I've got a lot of family stories. Now, I don't think she didn't invent the Ginster's pasty, she was just the head baker for them. But her pasties were fucking banging, and the modern Ginsters is not. It's not of the same quality. Doesn't fill you up properly. It's all pepper. It's all pepper. It's just pepper in a Ginster's pasty. Pepper and a bit of old horse meat. Oh, I do like a pucker pie. I will admit I like a pucker pie. That is a thing I'm a fan of. Especially a chicken and mushroom pucker pie. Can't beat that. We have got Triada Bay in the Welsh Cup. I've just seen that. Triada Bay. We owe them a slapping. Because that draw. And then we're in the quarter-final of the Welsh. Do I like cow meat? Absolutely I like cow meat. Like Desperate Dan. Would you ever watch a match of the team I'm managing? Yes. Yeah. I've watched quite a lot of the teams I've managed over the years. At least 2 of my series on YouTube have started with clubs I've watched first, including the current one. I've got an open invite to go to Wroxham, which I will do at some stage next time I'm in East Anglia, which happens more often than you'd like to think, because I've got a cousin that can't stop getting divorced, who lives just outside Norwich. I would love to get a plane to Tahiti, but it's not happening anytime soon, unfortunately. Who else have I been to? No. Cardiff Dracs. I could feasibly go and watch a Cardiff Dracs game anytime I like. It's only an hour away on the train. It's not impossible that I could get on a train and go and watch Cardiff Dracs. Do I prefer Rovers or City? Is nuking both an option? I do not drive. I don't drive, Charlie. Even if I did, I wouldn't drive into Cardiff. It looks like a nightmare. If I can't nuke the entire city of Bristol to save myself picking Rovers or City, I think I'd probably choose Rovers. Because Rovers don't pretend to be something they're not. City try and pretend they're a big club with money. They also call themselves the Robins. There's only one. There can only be one Robins in the West Country. It's us. So that's the factual element. But also, Rovers fans don't think they're special. How far am I from Bristol? Half hour on the train? If that. Maybe 45-minute driving. City do give us players, that's true, Liam. City do give us players occasionally. They do have that Brizzle smell, but they give us players occasionally. Right, whilst we're loading through to Triada Bay, I'll be back in a moment. Believe I'm on holiday. I am on holiday, aren't I? No, I'm not. Let's do that. Let's make sure I'm on holiday first. Have work in Wells, which seems like an absolute mission, near Shepton Mallet. Oof. Wells is quite a nice town, to be honest. It's not the worst place to be. It's quite pretty, but it is also in the arse end of nowhere, so you get what you give, you know? Okay. Have to go to Taunton in a few months as well for a site visit. Anything good there? I am the wrong person to ask, actually. If Simon's still lurking, Simon will know Taunton better than I do, I would imagine. Because that's very much Simon's neck of the woods. Like, I know Wells a little bit. I don't know Taunton that well. and I can't really pretend I do. Yeah, for the evening. Oh, I assume, Simon. A Yeovil arrival of yours? I wouldn't consider Yeovil traditionally to be our rivals. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Simon is a Yeovil fan. It's just one of those things where we're sort of geographically near each other, but we've never really spent enough time at the same level for a rivalry to properly grow, if that makes sense. Like, the towns are close enough where there's maybe a little something goes on, but I don't think, yeah, I would be shocked if a game between Swindon and Yeovil ended in any arrests, you know? Yeah, we've played a few times, but it's not like we don't have that same history that we'd have with like Oxford or Reading or the Bristol clubs or whatever. Yeovil have been in the Championship more recently than Swindon. To be fair, most of the clubs in the Football League have been in the Championship more recently than Swindon. It's been 26 years. That's it. It's fun to it's a bit like McDonald's. Like, we're near enough each other for a day out, but let's not blow it up into something it is. Like, it's good fun. It's an away trip where you get back most of the time before it's dark, unless you play in December. Yeah, I'd say Exeter and Rovers are probably closer. Yeah, I guess. I was mad seeing Forest Green faffing around up there, to be fair, because Forest Green are a pub side. I'm not even being funny about Forest Green. It's not even their rival. They're literally from the village of Nailsworth. It has about 4,000 people live there. Forest Green are very much a pub side. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Plymouth geographically, yes, maybe, but the key thing with a rival is you have to have actually played them more than once. You know? Because it's one of those things we have to remember. While Yeovil were on the way up to the Championship, Plymouth were very much in decline. And then they kind of swapped back around again. I don't mind Robbie Savage. Robbie Savage seems like he'd be a good lad to go out for a few bevs with. I think Robbie Savage would be good value over a few bevs. He gets a bit overexcited in a dugout, but I think he'd be good for a few bevs. And yeah, Plymouth definitely only care about Exeter and possibly Torquay. I sort of feel bad for Truro fans, because even if they manage to finally make it into the Football League, their nearest rivals won't notice they exist. Like, they still won't have a derby. Because the Devon clubs really only care about each other. We are once again failing to beat Triada Bay. Saltash. Be Mousel next. Are Saltash even anywhere near the same level as Truro? Geographically, the nearest well-known rivals Truro have got are the two teams on Scilly, right? But there's not a lot of other clubs people are aware of. McLaughlin's injured again. This fella's not even made of glass. Made of hopes and dreams, McLaughlin, apparently, at this stage. That was piss poor. I don't care if you lack belief. You were piss poor. In fact, of all the players who should be upset at me saying you were piss poor, you're the last player who gets to cry because I said you were piss poor. Well, that's genuinely embarrassing that Widowson was upset because I said we were poor. We were poor. Right, let's replace our entire midfield. In fact, so replaceable right now is our entire midfield that I am going to replace pretty much our entire midfield. We'll try Brannigan out in midfield as well. I don't think I want to take Everton off just yet. But if I do, it'll be for Joris. That's true. Let's discourage the long shots. Let's see if that helps. You never know. That could eventually become good advice we get given by an assistant manager. Widowson should actually probably come off too because he doesn't look interested, but it's weird because he's usually so good creatively. The fact that it's just Triada Bay he doesn't seem to create anything against confuses me. We've given away a corner. We haven't conceded, it's fine. They've only got one player who's any good as well. Right. Do I have a Discord? Yes. Am I active? Rarely. I quite often forget I've got a Discord until someone says, I've put something in your Discord. People will think I'm joking when I say that, except the people who are in my Discord who know full well I completely forget I have one until someone mentions they've put something in it. Right, so Joris, bud, you're gonna actually play up top in possession. And then out of possession you're going to just kind of drop in there. That's sort of my thinking. I know it's a bit weird. You're going to track. And then in possession I kind of want you to be our centre forward. Am I active in the streets? No. Got to go gym, fair enough, Simon. I'm probably finishing up fairly soon anyway, and then I'll be back probably Thursday or Friday after I've taken care of my mother. Yeah, I'll probably be finishing reasonably soon anyway. But have a good workout. We'll see you soon. I literally cannot do any more to get a goal going here. I've gone 2 up top for the first time in ages to try and find a goal. Why did Triada Bay keep doing this to me? I know I shouldn't take this personally, but I am starting to take it personally. Late goal now would be scenes. Alright, we've got to go through the bloody pens again. Right. Focus up. Welsh Cup is ours. Welsh Cup is ours. We're bringing home the Welsh Cup. It was a tactical sub to bring on a second striker. Right, Thorogood. You scored this time. Good stuff. Right, Big Pip. Big Pip. Get it done, son. Oh, Big Pip, you nearly got there. He didn't. He was nowhere near it. Right. B Brown. Code Brown for B Brown. That's what we're going to say. Code Brown for B Brown. Shaba. Shaba steps up. Shaba scores. Shaba ranks. Does his thing. And now. Big Pip. Big Pip facing Stevie Richards. Big Stevie Cool. He has the right to censor, but he doesn't have the right to score. But he scored anyway. It's okay. What went wrong? Pip didn't save it. But Big B Brown up against the entire Everton team. He's stepping up, he scores, the entire Everton team makes it 3-2 to Drax in the shootout. And now would be a time for Pip to become a hero again. He's up against Shakira. Shakira steps up. Shakira puts it into Big Pip's mighty paws. And once again, I am asking you for your faith in the big German Joris Lang. Big German Joris Lang scores. And in Pip we trust, because one more save, and we are pretty much in Europe. Hewitt against Big Pip, he scores. But it's still on. It's sudden death. Haji Whittaker, the Aldi middle aisle Messi, forces a save from the goalkeeper. And it all comes down to Pip. Pip against Mr. Shaw. And he scores. And Triada Bay are becoming our bogey team. I know, how did Haji Whittaker miss that? How? Yes, I called him an Aldi middle aisle Messi, but he should know it was just Bants. Nyarko, score. Nyarko scores. Pip. Just remember how it felt when you were a hero last time. Do that again. Brace can't have a brace. Gets one though. I don't like penalty shootouts. I don't like penalty shootouts on FM26 because you never know if they're going to go to a sensible length or 9,000 penalties. Brannigan scores. It is going to come down to Pip heroics. I just feel it. I feel Pip heroics coming. They've got their goalkeeper taking this. Taking penalty number 7 is bold. Scores it though. He scores it though. Double heroics from Pip though, because he's taking number 8. Oh, Pip, don't run away, mate. You've got to save this now. You've got to fix your own mistake. Joey Barton is taking it for them. Come on, Pip. Come on, Pip. The goalkeeper distracted him. That's not fair. We all saw it. We all saw the goalkeeper distracted him. The goalkeeper, that was the... What, 4th round? Yeah. That's alright, we go again. Next year we go again. We just decided there were too many fixtures. It was too much pressure. We just wanted to rest more. We just wanted to rest ourselves up more. For the league. Well, we are now definitely going to get promoted. It'd be unacceptable for us not to get promoted now. We're too big a club. We're too great a club. We're too football a club. Three to 5. Our players are dropping like flies. Emma, you're all about fitness tests. You want to worry about getting our players to actually stay fit. Okay. Big 6-pointer coming up against Mould. Big 6-pointer. And all of our players are broken. All of our players seem to keep breaking. But that's okay. And we've got a game against Bala coming up as well. Which is a real problem. Real problem. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. Mould are 5 points ahead of us. So we can close that down to just 2. We can close that down to just 2 if we beat them. It feels like we're going to need a lot of luck to get above Bala and Bangor. But it's not impossible. Though we can keep the winning streak going, we get our gap down to 2 points with Mould, and we beat Bala. That'll bring our gap down to 9 points with Bala, sorry. Take 3 points the next time we play Bangor. The maths that we could get up. We've got a youth intake preview. That could be... It'll be shite. It'll be a rubbish youth intake. We're in Wales. We're in the Welsh second tier. I don't think we need to worry about our youth. If we get a youth player that can actually start for us, I wouldn't be shocked. But offers made for Cardiff Draconians. I'm not worried. Anyone that wants to leave can leave. I'll replace them, to be honest. As long as it's not Niarco. Or Big Pip. Like, everyone else we can do something with. Like, we can replace. Players are starting to get released, which is nice. Cray Valley Paper Mills to sign Dyche. That's okay. That's fine. He wasn't playing much anyway. We're in form. I say that, but we have just had a huge injury crisis on both wings. We probably do actually need him right now. But we'll make do. We'll make do. Harji's going to have to start the next game anyway. And then from there, we're good. We're good. We are solid. We're focused. Mould are going to be our victims. And then Monmouth. That's just how it's going to go. Right. Everyone focus up. It's time to beat Mould Alexander. It is time to beat Mould. McLaughlin says, shame you're injured, son. Hargy's going to take your place. And then Dyche is going to take his place. That gives us some flexibility. Everyone else should be good. Tafswell want Niarco. They can't have him. They can't have him. Carl Bayliss is not fully matched for either, but that's okay. That's okay. This is where the magic happens. We beat Mould. We're in the promotion hunt. We're in the promotion hunt. That's what I'm saying. Right. Preparing. Kick off. Eugene Niarco gets the first touch of the ball. And he'll get the last touch of this move and he'll score. Alright. That was ambitious. But it doesn't matter. Ambition is what we need. Maybe some defending. But the key thing is ambition. That will be what separates us from the rest. Right, Widowson. Cross it over, bud. Cross it over. Cross it over, bud. Cross it. Good. Probably a bit deep, but that's okay. That one will do. Fisted away. Everton, Widowson. Another little cross. Another little cross. There we go. Beautiful. Eugene Niarco. Eugene Niarco. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Niarco. There we go. Eugene Niarco does his thing. He's the best in the world. That's just science. He scores the goal. His 10th goal. His 10th goal of the season. We're underway with another highlight. Already they want to concede another goal. Already they want us to score again. We're the Dragons, son. That's what we do. Niarco. Rip-roaring finish. Doesn't hit the net. It's okay. It's okay. Shane West off of the X Factor is in goal for them. Was that the fella's name? No, it was Shane Ward, wasn't it? It doesn't matter. Either way, we are massive. We're massive. We're good. Right, this throw in, he's just going to chuck it to Widowson. We're going to hit him on the break. Alright, maybe not. Clear this. Good. Sort of what I wanted. We're giving another throw in. As long as they don't score this, we're okay. It's with Griffith. Tackle Mahoney. Oh, Mahoney is coming into his own. He's slowly turning into a footballer for us. Like, he's slowly starting to feel like he might be a difference maker. Let's praise the boys. We're going to be on the attack again in a second. West with a big old hoof. And we've won it. And it's with Hargy. Niarco. All the way back to summer skill was a choice. Can we get it? Mahoney had so much space. So much space. Why are you not playing it to him? Okay, Mould are making us look like we're not quite a good team. But let's keep the faith. Keep the faith. You know you've got to live through the pain. Keep the faith. Alright, we've conceded. Yuri Griffith has scored. That's okay. I don't need to see it again. We'll just pretend it didn't happen. Right, encourage the boys. Encourage the boys. Let's get this done. Let's get more XGs, please. Just many more XGs. This team is quite makeshift at this point. But we really are down to it. He was well offside. Don't be daft. How has that been given? How has that lino not put his flag up? Goodbye, Charlie. Have a good night. How has that been... He was in a different postcode. He was so far offside. These refs are utter shite. Right, address the team. You've been terrible. Sort your lives out. Right. George, Carl, Harji, Gil, James, Pip. Sort your life out. It is a shame you can't complain to the refs. Everyone else, sack up and bloody score some goals. We've got to be better in this second half. We've got to be better. If we lose this game, promotion is pretty much out the window. That's how serious this business is. If we lose this game, we might not be able to recover this season. Which would be heartbreaking, because we've played so well lately. Stop shooting from the frickin' halfway line, you dozy twat. There's no good reason to be shooting from the halfway line. You just look stupid when you do it. Alright. Brannigan, on left back. Get on there, sort this out. Gilman, get in there and honestly just do football-y things. Shabba's going to come off. Shabba in the back there. Whittaker for Dyche. Thorogood for Bayliss. And then one more sub. Well, it's just going to have to be Brannigan into midfield for Penn. Are you good anywhere in midfield? Really, are you good anywhere in midfield? Stop doing the stupid switchy thing. I'll have to do. Right, Parsons on. Oh, I see why it's not working, because I'm fucking in possession again. Right. Shabba there, Parsons there, Brannigan there. Good. Right. Let's do this. Let's focus up. Focus up. Get this done. They've got a player on a 5.8 and they're still beating us. How embarrassing is that? More attackings, please. More attackings. Just go attacking. Just try and score some goals. That's really what this has come down to. Right. This is it. We win this back. Straight off the clearance, we win this back. And then we go on the attack. There we go. Out wide for Widowson. Cross in. Cross it. There we go. It was close. It was close. Wasn't close enough, but it was close. Just want an equaliser. Just equalise. I'm really not asking a lot. That was poor. That was poor. That was a really poor performance. That could be promotion over with. and we're only halfway through the season. That said, I've said that before, and we've come back in second half of the season and absolutely pissed the second half of the season. But there is a gap. There is daylight between us and Denby in fourth now. I don't like that much. Right, where is the window opening? On the 1st, okay. Monmouth are a team we should beat. Monmouth are very much a team we should beat. Hopefully this week off will help us. All of Christmas week off. I will check in a second as well and see how Taravao are doing in Tahiti. Can you imagine if we've left them and they are like 12 points clear? That would be horrendous. Like, imagine if that team we left behind is now 12 points clear in Tahiti. That might upset me. My word, it's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's get to the game, please. Faster. Faster, please. This is taking forever. This genuinely feels like it's taking forever to get through this. Offers made for Cardiff Drac. Samuel, is he a player I use? Not really. Will I even notice he's gone? Probably not. Probably not. Right, we really, really need to get Monmouth beaten. Very badly need to get Monmouth beaten. That's what I'm saying. But hey, thanks for being here on the on this lovely random afternoon stream. It's been quite nice streaming early. Will I make a habit of it? Probably not. But, you know, it's been a nice change of pace. Homeless development concerning. What do you want from me? I can't make him develop. It's literally illegal for me to stick a gun to his head and tell him to be a better footballer. All I can do is beat the teams in front of me, and I'm not doing a great job of that, to be honest. I will say that Joris is starting this one. It's his last opportunity to appear for the club. I feel like Big Joris, the German Wunderkind, needs to start this game. And I know there's the argument that he's leaving us, so screw him. But also, it's not like Eugene Yarko is going to completely lose match fitness if I swap them round. So we send the big German in. He does his thing. He scores the goals. Transfer window opens. I'll look for a striker. Sure, I'll find one. That striker will score. Offers for. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. Oh, they've offered him a load of money. They've offered him a huge contract. Shabba's going to leave me. Shabba's going to leave. Who is George Holmes? Why would I give you more playing time? You're 5'11". You can't jump, or head, or tackle, or pass. Frankly, you should be lucky you're here. There you go. There's a problem solved. I just told you you're not good enough. Get out. Right. While I'm here and I remember, let's have a quick look at what's going on in Tahiti. Well, that's gone badly. Did they just sell all of my players? Where is my entire squad gone? Are you stupid? Have you seriously got rid of all of the players I signed? That would be one of the dumbest things any football club has ever done. Please tell me you weren't that stupid. Please tell me you weren't stupid enough to get rid of all of my players. Fair enough, Liam. Have a good night. I'm gonna go after this next match anyway. My word, they have actually let go of a bunch of my footballers. See you later, mate. Have a good one. Right. Can I have him? No. Can I have Edwin Caracas? No. Sheikh Karamoko? No. Guglino, you're a mercenary. You'll sign for us. No. Alright then. Alright then, right, let's... Let's do it. Let's fall in love. I really am starting to get hungry. That's crazy. Right. Holiday. Next match. Thank you. Monmouth now, please. Monmouth now. All of us going to Monmouth. Beat Monmouth to win the league. Liam Aldo is on trial with Cardiff Dracs. Oh. Liam Aldo getting a second chance to impress me. Will he do it? We'll see. Can certainly use the footballers. Ooh, stretch. Are we there? Is it 2:30 yet? Is it 2:30 yet? Sure would be nice if it was 2:30. Come on, there we go, thank you. Oh, alright then. Welcome. Get on the bus, Liam. Oh, excuse me. He's probably not going to get a work permit, but nation eligible. He's eligible for Wales. I was going to say already. He's only been here 10 minutes. Right, big German Joris Lang up top. Happy days. Let's go. Actually, make sure no one else is. McLaughlin's nearly back. That's fine. We'll make do without him today. Let's go. Let's giggity go. Giggity go. With a googity goo. That's the plan. That's what we're going to do. Well, I just thought I'd print with love has followed. Thank you for that. Sorry, it just popped up on my thing. That's a thing that just things. Okay, here we go. Last giggity game of the stream. Last giggity game of the stream. And oh, Wardy's just gone up. He wasn't popping up for me. That's weird. Right, let's giggity go. Match we should be winning. Make friggin' sure we bloody well do. That's what we're gonna say. Get this done. Make me proud. All is happy. All is loud. Ready, go, go. Monmouth Town in the snow. Lovely. Let's get underway. Lang, Kilman to Penn. Penn, ball forward for Whittaker. Whittaker goes to Penn, back to Lang. And we are laughing. We're laughing it up. Let's go. 7 or 8-0 is what we're looking for. Carr on the ball. Let's get this back. It was Jimmy Carr, so let's just hurt him. Summerskill, Cole, Penn. Penn to Widowson. Widowson, give the ball forward, please. There we go. There we go. Crossover from Penn, maybe? Crossover from Penn? There we go. Oh, it's close. Corner for Cardiff Dracs. We're not going to see it. Of course we're not. Cardiff Drac. Oh, we've got a corner now. Haji Whittaker is going to take it into the box. Doesn't go anywhere. Gets it back. Haji. Cole. Ooh. It was close. It was close. It was okay. It was close. It was nearly close. Right, encourage the boys. Take off the silly long shots because you don't want to be doing that. We'll go for some set pieces. That'll do us nicely. Jimmy Carr with a goal kick, free kick. Widowson to Cole. Cole now back to Widowson. Widowson to Summerskill. Summerskill forward to Kilman to Bayliss. Over the top for Joris. Joris? Why would you shoot? Joris was right there. Why would you shoot? Joris was waiting. He was waiting. He was waiting for you to score goals. Or to score goals for you. There we go. We're going forward. Cole over the top, looking for Whittaker. Can't find him. Claire Grogan was involved though, so that's fine. Jimmy Carr now on the ball. Hoof. Up the other end, and Summerskill gets it back. Kilman, Penn, back to Bayliss. Bayliss, come on, through. I've literally told you so many times not to shoot. Don't shoot from distance, Bayliss. Stop it. It's very annoying when you do that, because you're not good at it. Like, I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings, but you're not very good at that. So be doing less of the thing you're not good at. Right. Demand more. We've got to score a goal soon. O'Mahony to Kilman, back to Summerskill, over the top, and given straight to the goalkeeper. Stop giving the ball to the goalkeeper. That doesn't help. Could someone please score the goal? Kilman. Jesus friggin' wept. Jesus friggin' wept, pal. Could you stop that? Be lovely if you could stop that now. Alright, thank you, pal. Right, address the team. Keep going, we can win this. If we just try harder to be footballers. I am not happy with your performance today. I'm not happy with any of your performances today, to be honest, but someone has to eventually score a bastard goal. Right, do it, Joris. Do it. Get a goal. It's your last chance to score for Cardiff Dracs, mate. You should probably do it. Just so the fans remember you fondly for your heroics scoring a winning goal away at Monmouth. Into the box. It's not quite there. Widowson. Come on. Ball over the top. Ball over the... Alright, back to Everton. Back to Everton is fine. I've told you to stop shooting from range. Stop shooting from range. Work ball into box. There we go. There's a plan. We've got a plan now. We're going to work the ball into a box. Jimmy Carr. Hoofs it long. Gets headed on. That's great. Summerskill. Right. Give it to Mahoney. Great. Good. We're building. We're building. Bayliss into the box. Cut it back for Joris. Alright. Alright. Definitely changes coming after this highlight. Definitely changes coming. It's like 3 players I don't want on the pitch anymore. Right. So, O'Mahony off for Brannigan. Thank you. Summerskill, you're aggressive, so Parsons is coming on in your place. That's just how that's always going to go. Everton off for Shaba. Whittaker off for Dyche. And then Joris, mate, we tried, but I've got to send in Nyarko because I need a goal. If you'd scored, you'd have got 90 minutes today, but you didn't. And I need a goal. Eugene Nyarko's just hit the bloody woodwork. He's just hit the bloody woodwork. Come on, we can do this. Someone here has to have an idea of where the goal is. We've had games in this stream where we've scored 7 goals, 4 goals, and games where we should be smashing the opposition where we can't get one. Someone make it make sense. I shouldn't have to go very attacking as often as I have been. We've been FM'd at least 3 times. Right, Nyarko, come on, son. For fuck's sake, Eugene. I don't know how to make this any clearer. Stop shooting from distance. Alright, score from the corner, and all is forgiven. Okay. Okay, right. Shaba, Brannigan. Back to Parsons, over the top. Eugene, my words. I know I shouldn't berate my players when it's 0-0, but those stats are disgusting. We should be slapping them. We should be weaponised slapping Monmouth, and we're not. We've thrown everything at them, and they've just not been able to put it in the net. Again. Okay. Right. I am going to wrap up the stream there, guys. Thank you for being here. We are already ready to raid out. We are going to go and see the lovely Kev. He's just gone live. You've missed nothing. He's currently playing with Bedford Town. Tell him that we all said hi. Thank you for being here. Love you all lots. See you Thursday or Friday. But for now, stay safe. Have a good one. And YouTube, you've been real. Thank you very much. See you later.